If you say, I am sad, it is a curse. If you say, I am angry, it is a curse. These things, they bring you to lower frequency. Therefore, it is a curse. They are all curses to ourselves. If we can rise to a higher frequency, then we are blessed. So, most of the time, people come to me when they have certain problems, when I'm counseling. What I will be doing basically is to let you really feel good despite the external things which are not seemingly good. The external thing may seem to be something that generates anger, fear, sadness, anxiety. But what it is doing is inviting you to lower frequency. When you hear good news, or if somebody speaks nicely to you, then that is invitation to high frequency. If somebody says something that is humorous, that makes you laugh, a kind of a joke that makes you smile or laugh, it is an invitation to high frequency. So, when you accept the invitation to low frequency, then you tell yourself, I am angry, I am afraid, I am sad. Those are all invitations that we have accepted. It means we've come down to that frequency. It is by our choice. The thing will be knocking at your door to make you angry. The thing is knocking at your door to make you sad. You let it in and you give it a chair. Sometimes these things will come by themselves. It will enter by force into your premises. That is anger, fear, and so on. If I say your premises, that means your field of awareness, your field of consciousness. These things will enter. But my friend, it's an invitation. They are coming with a request to stay with you. And if you give them chair to sit within your field of consciousness, then lo and behold, you have descended to their level. And lo and behold, your frequency gets down. The same thing, within your field, some things that are really good, some kind of good emotions, things that generate good emotions, peace, love, happiness, or let me say bliss. These things also enter your field, and these are the things you should give chair to. Let them stay. Let them stay in your field. And once they stay, your frequency rises. Your frequency rises. There is a saying in the local language, when a child knows how to wash their hands, the grown-ups allow that child to eat with them. So what it means If the high frequency things come and you are worthy, they settle on you. How to be worthy? That means you need to position yourself in such a way that you don't accept to let the negative emotions settle, but you accept the positive emotions like joy, peace, and love. Allow them to settle. The intensity with which we go along with joy, peace, love, compared to the intensity we give to anger, fear, anxiety, sadness. These two, the one which is higher, the one which is more intense than the other, that will decide your frequency level. So if you can get to the point where anger, fear, and the rest, they don't get any place within your field of consciousness, and everything dominating there is good emotions, definitely that will also infect others, other humans who enter your field. Once they enter your field, they begin to raise their frequency, automatically begin to rise. So you'll be doing service automatically without even talking. Wherever you move, the frequency goes up. We have the story of some of the great people of the past who were vibrating on high frequency, that even trees which were not bearing fruit, when they sat on those trees, after sitting for a while and they leave, from that day that plant blossoms, that plant does very well, and it produces fruit. So you can see that high frequency changes everything. If we can have a few people in the world having that high frequency, definitely the world will be a better place, because people will be gradually getting affected and they will be changing. They will be empowered to overcome the negatives. I'm speaking on this because sometimes when I've counseled somebody, let's say the person is having some sickness, and I give the prescription. After that, the person goes to apply it, but whilst applying it, within his or her field of consciousness, there enters anger, and he gives it a chair. There enters fear, he gives it a chair. There enters jealousy, and it gives it a chair. Anxiety gives it a chair. So within the field of consciousness of that person, there's so much of low frequency items. So in this way, it nullifies the treatment. It nullifies the treatment. That is why somebody in the past who was functioning on some great level, mentioned after curing people, healing people, you say, go but sin no more. So what is sin? Sin means accepting the low frequency things, anger, fear, because anything you do based on anger, you actually sin. You see, anything you do based on fear, these are the real sins, because they are all low frequency. They sink you, and they sink others who enter your field. You see, if you use high frequency, those who enter your field, it lifts them up. It's like when we talk of certain ailments which are infectious, it's the same. When you have high frequency, it is infectious. Those who enter your field benefit a lot. People curse themselves. There was a man some time ago who was brought to me with some health challenges. I gave him the solutions, things he applies, and it works very well. This man, for the first time, experienced changes in a positive way. The sickness was going down. For a long time, it was going up, but this time it started going down. Now, you know something? The news had gone to the village that this sick man, his health is getting so serious that in a short time he might leave the body. They didn't know there were some changes, you know. And when the message got to the village, the wife came from the village. Now, the moment the wife arrived, she started talking about the man's sister, who is a witch, and that she has even mentioned it. She has declared it, that she is the one causing everything to the man. And this wife of the man was talking with emotions. It's like very pathetic, very sad. And it got to a point, this man who is sick started getting angry, because he said, I looked after her when she was growing up. Now she is responsible for my ailment. And this man got very, very angry that it is the sister who is responsible for his ailment. And you know, that day the ailment turned around again and it started going up. I mean, the sickness started growing worse. The very same person whose health was now getting better, this kind of thoughts, this kind of mindset that was brought, he gave those things a seat within his field of consciousness. And because of that, things started getting bad. In fact, a few days after that, the man left the body. When the message reached me, the analysis was that the presence of the wife changed the whole story. You can see what negative emotions can do to people. You see, so when a great healer says, "Go but sin no more," it is all these negative emotions he's talking about. because that results in a lot of complications for people, and they will attribute it to the witches, and they will attribute it to the devil. My brother, my sister, let us be realistic about our lives, and we'll be freed. That's why it is said, get to the true knowledge and you'll be free. The knowledge will set you free. This knowledge should set you free. Find ways and means that you can handle the negative emotions. Don't give them seat in your field of consciousness. They will come, but don't give them seat. Don't let them loiter in your field of consciousness. It may be difficult because you are used to doing it, but I'm here to help, to give you teachings that will really bring you to the point where only high frequency things, the positive things, will settle in your field of consciousness, and the other things, they will be pushed away. Once it is done that way, life is amazing. Life will be amazing for you, because you'll be so peaceful, you'll be so loving, you'll be so joyful, and then there is no place for the devil. There's no place for the witch. How can darkness and light stay at the same place? So, within your field of consciousness, everything is vibrant, everything is shining, everything is radiant. So, where is darkness within your field? So, these are things we need to understand so that we don't curse ourselves.